What makes me queer is I like men and I like women for completely and separate, different reasons. That doesn't mean I can't play with men and women at the same time, but for me, when I play with a woman, it's more natural, organic, playful, lighthearted. It's more fun, and there's a lot of curiosity involved. Whereas when I'm with a guy, I'm a little bit more hungry. I'm a little bit more ready to be penetrated. I'm a little bit more ready to suck a cock. I'm in a different type of mindset. I'll say that there's a different type of burning there. Whereas if I play with guys and girls at the same time, I'm like, bring on the gags, bring on the strap-ons, bring on the Hitachis, let's have some fun. I've had the most beautiful experiences, not only sexual, but also personal, meeting people, exploring our different kinks, exploring our different desires, and now that I've kind of walked through the queer door, and that includes playing with TS people, playing with genderqueer people, playing with cross-dressers, playing with anybody whose personality turns me on. I don't think that I could shut that door and just go back to a vanilla life. Being queer is fabulous. Well, Eden Alexander is a very kinky girl. Eden Alexander is a versatile switch, so I like to dom and I like to sub. So I do a lot of films where I am doing BDSM or fetish, and that's actually how I got started in the industry. I was a bondage and fetish model, and then I started getting into more hardcore types of scenarios. Now also, since I started filming, I was able to get opportunities like here at Queer Porn TV, where I could shoot with other girls, genderqueer people, people who come from all walks of life and have all different types of preferences and want to shoot all different types of ways. Oh geez. Well, what makes me kinky is, like I said, switch. So I love both doming and subbing. Also, there are certain things that really turn me on in terms of fetish. I love latex. I love leather. I love kinky shoes and stockings, kind of a below the waist fetishes. So in terms of exploration, if I want to try something or if you want to try something, let's do it. I'm totally open, but there are certain things that really turn me on, specifically leather, latex, boots, and shoes. I show the world that I'm kinky or I'm queer by being an adult film star. It's definitely out there, but I also, and very importantly to me, I try to be an activist. I'm very much a feminist, so I try to apply my energies towards causes that really hit home to me, especially specifically here in the Bay Area. I'm involved in burlesque, which is a very empowering movement for anybody that's queer. So I also like to express myself as a performance artist as well as an activist. The thing I love to do is probably anal sex. Anal sex is something that I got into later in my adult life. I think that with anal sex, you don't necessarily have a teacher or anybody who shows you or walks you through the steps of it. If you do, you're very, very lucky. But what I found is that when I sex better than I've ever come before, and I wish somebody would have taught me that sooner. So, and on another note, I wish that people would stop signaling something that's dirty, because it's actually something that's very natural and fabulous. You just have to take certain steps to prepare yourself for it, just like any other thing that might be challenging. But I've done ass to mouth, and I've done double penetration in my butt, and lots of finger play and toy play and even fisting. So I'll have to say that being really into anal and taking all the steps to explore that is probably the dirtiest thing I've done. If I were to say that I had any political reasons for making pornography, it would be to show people interested in doing porn. There should not be any reason why that society or the industry should tell you that you should not be making porn. I am biracial. I am an alternative model, meaning I am tattooed head to toe, and I have come across barriers saying you're not mainstream enough, you're not girl next door enough, you're not thin enough, you are not this and that enough. And I think that queer porn and feminist porn in general is really, really important because it provides opportunities for any talent who is talented. And I would like to break down barriers, break down walls, and burst stereotypes that say, if you want to do porn, you have to look a certain way, you have to be a certain way, you have to live in a certain area. That's bullshit. Do porn and express yourself in that type of way. If you're an exhibitionist, you should be able to in the way that you want with the people who you want to. So I think that in my porn career, I want to show people that you can do whatever you want to do as long as you're good at it and you love doing it. If I had to fuck any kind of food, I know that this isn't a certain type of food, but I would have to say that I would fuck like a Las Vegas buffet because I love food, I love to cook, I love to eat. I'm definitely a live to eat and not an eat to live kind of person. I'm known to be kind of bratty and kind of greedy, like I want all the sex toys all at once, I want all my holes filled up all at once, I want the biggest toy, I want the longest plug. So whenever I go to Las Vegas, I always find that one buffet that's and then I have 3 plates and I eat too much and I get butter on my shirt. So I think I could pretty honestly say that I've walked into a Vegas buffet. So if I could fuck any kind of food, I would say it would be a smorgasbord kind of situation. Gangbang it. Non-sexy passion that I have that people may not know is that I love horses. Right after high school, I almost went professional as a Grand Prix show jumper, and horses are still something that are a big part of my life, something I think about every single day, something that could never not be part of my life. Now I do dressage, I don't jump anymore, but it's a passion and something that makes my heart beat. And whenever I meet another girl in the industry who rides or loves horses, we always have a ah kind of conversation. So yeah, I think that it would surprise people that I am a very well-skilled and experienced equestrian. If I could describe my sexuality as one item of clothing, it would be sexy, tall, shiny black, thigh-high boots. Kind of just like the one in the picture behind me. There's a picture of him behind me. Why? First of all, like I said earlier in my interview, one of my biggest fetishes. I also respond to certain sounds very viscerally. So I have to say that my favorite, kinkiest sound in the whole entire world is the simple sound in the hall. So when I think of thigh-high boots, I not only imagine the way that they feel on me, the way that they encase my leg, the way that they elevate my height, but I also think about the sound that they make. Makes me feel like a mistress, puts me in the mood, and makes me ready to do my work. My sexual superhero is Princess Donna Delore. Why? Because, not only because she's a director, this is her own work, which is commendable enough, but she's also a switch like me. She naturally goes from dominant, corporal, scary mistress to super bottom, taking in the ass, getting slapped on the face. She can give it as well as she can take it. She commands her space. She has a brilliant mind in terms of visualizing and directing her scenes, and she does exactly what she wants to do. And I really admire the trajectory of her career, not only because of her capabilities, but because of her passion, her desire, and her personality. Princess Donna's awesome. You rock. In closing, I'd just like to thank Courtney Trouble and Queer Porn TV for this opportunity. I've been wanting for a very long time, and I hope to make lots more.